All right. Let's see. See what this guy can do.
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
I'm afraid so, Your Highness. We must hurry.
Does Joshua even know how to use this sword? No, he uses magic to attack. Interesting. His R1 is magic, but his R2 is also magic. Okay. Oh, look at his little weakling jump. Look at this. Hup. Hup. The new... Huh, okay.
What was that?
Pained scream.
We have to help them.
What?
Everything's on fire.
Don't let
Fall
Joshua
back, Your
lead.
Highness. He's not one of us.
No, I must do my duty.
Just a boy. You've been watching your brother.
I saw them at the feast. They were laughing.
This is Sambraquois Garb. But why would the Empire...
We must find my father.
Huh. Wonder what's going on then. Sambraquois must be an opposing military? The Holy Empire of Sambraquois, or Sanbrec. This reminds me of the Holy Empire of Sandoria in Final Fantasy XI. So clearly has a similar name. Holy Empire of Sanbrec. A nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm, with the great city of Oriflamme, its capital. Or Oriflame, maybe. Sanbrec is the realm's largest theocracy and home to the Mother Crystal Drake's Head. Under the rule of their holy emperor, the people of Sanbrec enjoy a life of plenty thanks to the crystal's blessing, which they believe to be a gift from the goddess Grieger herself. Okay, interesting. Wade should definitely be leading. Alright.
Who goes there?
Boy, stay behind.
Take him.
This definitely reminds me of the wine cellars of Leamond from Vagrant Story.
Damn it, the bastards are everywhere.
Why would the Empire do this? They're our allies.
Why indeed? I myself am, in fact, very curious. Okay. Alright, that's where we want to go. Is there anything down here that we can scavenge, maybe? No, just nothing. Got it. Okay. Onward. Just move forward.
I have the dominant.
Huh. Oh, Tyler.
Tyler! Damn it! His wounds are deep.
I can save him.
Your Highness,
Don't worry. You're going to be all right.
Nice.
I'll hold them off.
What a goon.
Clive!
Joshua! Come here. Tyler, you're hurt.
I'll survive. Thanks to His Highness.
Your Grace, Lord Murdoch.
Huh.
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We cannot stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
But Wade's gonna eat well tonight. I mean, if he survives, right? That's huge promotion territory. Good for him. I mean, as much of a goon as he is, he did keep calm and do exactly what he needed to do, so...
Omia lost Alan, Tuisag Elif. May the winds speed you to Rosalith.
I wonder if that's an actual conlang. I wonder what that means.
The north gate's up ahead. There are Chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No, I'm not going without you. You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
He really should go with
I
them.
remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
The king and Joshua should not be alone.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
You have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Scared little kid. I mean, Clive's also a little kid, but not as little as Joshua. And that's the last time they ever see each other. I don't know, that's just a prediction. Probably should have looked around. Oops, I should not get in the habit of just walking forward with no spatial awareness at all. I really need to get in the habit of like checking the lore guide every single time. No illusory walls. Okay. Let's see.
We have company. I killed We're too late. Everyone's dead.
Alright, look at that. So this was the room they were eating in. This is the feast room. And yeah, it looks like everyone is dead. And by that, I mean it looks like there are like 2 or 3 corpses sitting in the room. One... I mean, it's of our corpses. So there's 1 soldier, 2 soldier, 3 soldier. It seemed like there was a lot more than that in the feast, so... Granted, I'm sure a few of them died.
Damn it all.
Potions used. Okay, so I can only hold 4 potions and 3 high potions. Interesting. Oof. Ooh, that's a brutal weapon. It's a sword breaker on the back edge.
Captain!
Gonna have like a cool fight here.
Let none escape.
As you command.
It's kind of a badass thing to say.
You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
And stay down!
That was easy.
That's them done. Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's my father and Joshua I'm worried about. We should head back.
Oh no, a dragoon. Very Final Fantasy IV.
Hey, look out!
May I have this dance?
Knight of the Blinding
Imperial
Dawn.
Dragoon.
And you are the shield who was blessed by the Phoenix.
Okay.
Not that it will save you!
Alright, I need to watch his attacks for a second to get an idea of his moveset.
Stay still, damn you!
Alright, he does not like it when I precision attack him. Alright. There we go. Okay, so he always counterattacks after that. Good to know. Oh, I tried to dodge that too. I did a bad job. Alright, let's go, bud.
He's open!
Nice. Alright.
Now, Clive! Have at it!
You're going to regret that, boy.
Am I? Double jump. Oh, my timing was bad. I guess I did regret it. You were right. Oh no.
Alright then.
Alright, so there is a delay after you dodge that makes it so you can't dodge again. Ah, I pressed it too late. Ah, it keeps happening. I need to stop trying to go for precision evades. I say as I get hit again. Oof. No more Mr. Nice Toaster. Alright. My rhythm's all messed up. Alright. Ah. Bad timing. Alright.
Sandbrag.
There we go. Sandbrek. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. I did okay. I had to use a lot of items. That's a bummer. I would have liked to do that a little bit more cleanly, but we'll get there. We'll get there. No spoils.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
So, they sent in the dragoons. Imperial vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
Seems like it.
Not yet. Their numbers were too few. They were not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday. In Rosalith. If they were already among us, what if there are others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
I could have told you that, buddy.
What is that?
What's that? That looked like Clive. It also looked like it said something, your father, maybe? I couldn't read the lips, so I'm not sure what that said, but...
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness.
Eikon Rosfield. Eikon was born before his father, the previous dominant of the Phoenix, passed away, so he did not inherit the Eikon's powers. Instead, he devoted himself to the study of swordcraft and statesmanship, that he might lead his country from the front, which he did to wide acclaim in leading his armies and quelling the rebellious northern territories. I thought I already read that. Weird that it was lit up like that.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosalith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Father?
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible.
You honorless snakes!
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Run, Joshua, run! No! Pig!
Well...
Traitors!
Your Highness!
You must do your duty too.
Come on, kiddo.
You have to keep father safe.
You gotta digivolve.
I had to!
Oh no, we traumatized him.
Clive,
I'm counting on you, Joshua. Oh, fuck!
I mean, if the Phoenix can bring people back to life. Dang.
Phoenix.
How far away were they? Dang.
The Phoenix!
Joshua! Lord Murdoch! His Highness!
Oh, they're killing their own soldiers.
Stop this!
Oh, I guess those might be the guys in disguise though, right?
lost control. I have to do something. I have to save him. No, my lord. Fall back. Clive!
Oh, hell yeah. Badass bird. Knocked out, but I'm surprised by the amount of blood in this game, and it's so instantaneous too.
Thank you, girl. You saved my life. Get her on her feet and run. Please. Joshua, are you in pain?
Not now. Come on. You're his shield. Do your duty.
What's going on?
Save him. My lord?
What in the name of...
Huh. Oh. Ifrit? So are we Ifrit? Were we fighting Joshua in the beginning?
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
Huh. Oh no, we incinerated him. That's wild. What is going on? Alright, so we're Ifrit.
Who are you?
Ah, I see.
Leave me alone!
Whoa. Yeah, I guess this is the beginning.
Away from me! Stay away! I'll kill you!
Embodying the Phoenix. The following commands are available when playing as Phoenix: fire, aim, evade. Okay, so this is just a rehash of what we did at the very beginning, and we actually have to play this time. It's not automated. It is kind of locked on though.
I'll kill you, Eikon!
Alright.
I'll kill you!
It's kind of interesting. Poor traumatized kid.
No, this cannot be!
Where exactly are we? These are like the arch trees in Ash Lake in Dark Souls.
There is only one Icon of fire!
Huh.
Is this the impository?
Oh, I see. Can't open up the lore guide in this fight.
Destroy everything!
Come on, Clive, what are you doing? Auto aim here is pretty strong. You don't really need to aim too much. You just lock onto him and then it'll kind of follow him without your input.
We'll bring the castle down, and everyone with it!
This music is pretty dope though. I'm digging this.
I have to stop him!
Where is he?
I have to save them!
down the trigger. I've been tapping it this whole time. I didn't realize. Kind of cool. Frame rate. Got a precision dodge. Cool. Oh, that was the first damage I took, I think, just because I have to destroy this stuff, I guess. Holy crap.
I made a promise to my brother.
That is your brother, you dingus.
I need to keep it.
I'm not really sure what an apothecary is.
I will do my duty.
Cool. All right. Damnation in.
No, I won't let you have
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Just in time. That's a cool fight. It's kind of like a neat little rail shooter. Hellfire. Oh no. Did we kill him? Did we kill
My
Joshua?
flames may flicker, but they shall never die.
Oh, there we go. That's kind of cool. Eikon Fire vanquished. Good for us. Oh. He got squished by the macro. There's no saving him. Man, this is sick. Reminds me of the Alexander Bahamut showdown in Final Fantasy IX. This is very cool. Very neat. So I don't understand if Joshua is able to control the Eikon, why can't Clive?
Toggle?
Is he just not awake?
No! Stop it! Take your hands off my brother!
Help me. Help me, Clive.
Joshua! Stop it! Stop it!
This is very Evangelion.
I swore I would protect him! Please! Please! Stop it!
This is very Ava. Huh.
Murderer. I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you!
The line delivery in this is just great. It's a wonder these bodies weren't completely incinerated.
Quite a mess that monster made. Damn shame about the Phoenix, but can't be helped.
What was Sambrek's goal in all of this then? Imperial Army. The assembled forces of the Holy Empire of Sambrek. While officially under the command of the Cardinals, it is Holy Emperor Sylvester Lesage whom the legions truly serve. On the battlefield, the Dragoons, peerless lancers renowned throughout the realm, are the Empire's keenest weapon, descending from the skies to sow terror and disarray among their hapless foes.
My condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain?
Yeah, that's Annabella. Duchess of Rosaria, wife of Archduke Elwyn, and mother to Clive and Joshua, it is not only her beauty, but her connection to a bloodline that produced many previous dominants of the Phoenix that led to her being proposed as a bride for the young Archduke. Indeed, the two are cousins. Having known from a young age that her purpose in life was to preserve her Phoenix-bearing bloodline, she dotes on Joshua and scorns Clive.
Joshua was my world, and now he is gone. I can only pray there will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
Ah.
I see. Your Grace, over here. The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames. Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him. Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, he is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line.
Huh.
All in its right place.
So she was back channeling with the Empire then.
Take this one.
What was her long game then?
Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Joshua.
Title drop. That was fun. That's neat. So here we are. Punished Clive. So I guess that explains how we made it here. But wasn't the Phoenix fighting Shiva? So does that mean he's alive, or was there a new Phoenix, a new child?
Welcome back. Sorry. What's our situation?
Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier.
It was Titan. Gotcha.
And?
It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
We're down
Intriguing.
a man, Sergeant.
If we return without Shiva's head, our fate will be no different from Biast's.
I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting. After you do, that is.
All right, Wyvern. A slave soldier for the Holy Empire of Sembrek, now in his 13th year of servitude. Though drafted as a frontline infantryman, the magical might granted him by the blessing of the Phoenix quickly saw him promoted to an elite squadron of assassins, where he is assigned the moniker by which he is now known. The latest mission, to descend into the Nissa Defile, where bloody battle rages between the Iron Kingdom of the Republic of Dhalmekia, and take the head of Shiva's dominant. The Nissa Defile. A deep, arid valley located in the eastern part of the Dhalmekian Republic. During the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, it was the site of repeated skirmishes as the Iron Kingdom attempted to make incursions into Dhalmekian territory. Branded soldier. So yeah, the branded people are slaves. Bearers forced to fight for the nations that enslaved them. Able to cast powerful magics, yet entirely disposable, they are often placed on the front lines in battle or assigned to highly dangerous scouting or assassination missions. The Bastards. A unit of Imperial Army assassins. Yeah, he's literally Jon Snow. I'm just realizing that as I read that out loud. He's Jon Snow. A unit of Imperial Army assassins tasked with taking the head of the Iron Kingdom's dominant, Warden of the Ice, and vessel for the Eikon Shiva. All of its members, including its leader Tiamat, are bearers, branded men pressed into servitude for their ability to wield magic. Titan. The Warden of Earth, of whom Hugo Kupka is the current dominant. He takes the form of a stone-skinned giant, whose granite fists shake the earth with every mighty pummel. Oh, so this was the big dude in the opening cutscene. Titan's dominant awakens among the peoples of the Dhalmekian deserts, the recipient of his strength being granted great power and status by the Republic in return for commitment to protect the nation during times of war. Shiva, the Warden of Ice, whose appearance on the battlefield makes her enemies' blood run cold. The Iron Blood sent Shiva against the Republican forces in the Nissa Defile, where she dueled against Titan, the Eikon of Earth. So, I guess I'm confused because... Okay, so the Iron Blood logo is two axes with blood in the middle. And then the Dhalmekians, even though they're Earth aligned, they have that logo. And then Sembrek has this religious looking one. Okay, interesting. Oh, and these are all labeled too, so like Mysteries of the Realm, Lay of the Land, these are like locations. This one's a person of interest. Interesting.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's
Pretty
settled.
sick.
No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
I do like Clive's adult design a lot. I think it's pretty cool looking. All right. The iconic abilities Scarlet Cyclone and Heat Wave for the Phoenix are now available for acquisition and upgrade on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Do not forget that once acquired, new abilities must be equipped on the Gear and Icons tab.
How do they expect us to kill something that can do this?
They don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
So I'm confused because I thought we suddenly became Ifrit, but did we not? Are we just his host or something for that moment? Items tab, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and we have a journal. Journal tab contains information on main story progress, completed side quests. The year is once again 873. Clive has returned from his reverie to the chaos that smolders in the wake of Shiva and Titan's terrible encounter. Tiamat reminds Wyvern that their mission, and that there is no escaping the inexorable fate of the branded. Interesting. But the fledgling, the shields of Rosaria have marched to the Phoenix Gate, that the duchy's dominant and heir to the throne Joshua might hear the words of their ancestors, as is custom. However, the night before the ceremony, the young prince is stirred from his slumber by the sounds of battle. Fortress is under attack, and Joshua must fight his way to his father with the aid of but a single brave shield. Okay. Interesting. So a flame summoned here. This was the name of the prologue chapter where we played as Phoenix fighting Ifrit. twin titans clash. Dressed in flame, they vie for dominance, one a beacon of hope and the other an aberration and an affront to the very laws of nature. There's no room in this world for both, for there can be only one icon of fire. Would have been good to know that earlier. Nessa Defile, Valisthean Calendar, Armies of Dhalmekia, and the Iron Kingdom. Okay, so Dhalmekia and the Iron Kingdom are different places. Titan of the Republic and Shiva of the Orthodoxy make ready to take the field. Meanwhile, high above it all, a small part of branded assassins survey the battlefield like hawks in the search of prey. So the thing that's confusing to me is, like, how is Shiva the Orthodoxy if Sanbreque is the religious republic, right? But Titan is technically of the Republic of Dhalmekia. Is that the same as the Sanbreque Republic? Are we all allied? I'm not sure. I'm just not sure where all the lines are, I guess, is that thing. So we'll have to look into that as the game goes on. 860, Spring Does Green once again return to the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. In the Baileys of Rosalith Castle, men who have sworn their swords to their country train in anticipation of coming conflict. And it is here that young one man in particular endeavors to prove himself worthy to the ones he loves. As the duchy readies itself for the war with the Iron Kingdom, its most bitter and long-standing of rivals, so too does Clive prepare to do his duty as first shield of Rosaria to protect and serve his brother Joshua. Okay, we went to the swamp, that's kind of whatever. So the thing here with this is, we were planning on going to war with the Iron Kingdom 10 years ago or whatever, 13 years ago, but it seems like that war is still going on. So what was the play? What was the Queen's play? I'm very curious about that. What does that actually mean? Is there one party member? Ooh, there's a photo mode. Look at this. How fancy. How do I hide the... There we go. There we go. Maybe I'll use that as the as the thumbnail. Doesn't seem particularly deep of a photo mode. Sitting here playing with this. It's fun. Exit that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very deep photo mode, so I'm not really sure what the value is there. Alright. I only have these two. Any other gears? Imperial infantry bracers. Having deemed shields too costly a resource to be wasting on mere bearer assassins, the Sanbrequois Imperial Army now provides their frontline pawns with a pair of simple iron bangles that might stop an enemy blade if the bearer can raise his arms in time. Imperial infantry belt. A crude strip of leather fitted with pocked iron buckles. This belt is provisioned to bearers of the Sanbrequois Imperial Army with the understanding that it will be lost when the poor lad eventually falls to an enemy blade. And Imperial Infantry Blade. When a bearer dies in service of the Sanbrequois Imperial Army, it is more likely his sword, not his body, will be retrieved from the battlefield, that it might be provisioned to the next unwilling volunteer without additional cost to the crown. Oh, okay. Ability points can be spent in the Abilities tab to acquire new abilities, as well as upgrade existing ones. If you are unsatisfied with Clive's current build, reset all abilities and try again, as there's no penalty for doing so. Okay, so we can get some new abilities. Absolutely want to master that. Don't care about that. How many do I have? I have 21 ability points. That's fine. That's already mastered. What are the things here? Precision dodge. Oh, shoot. I should have focused on getting that. That's fine. All right, so precision dodge will be our next. Lunge. R1, R2. Swiftly close in and attack. Thing I can get right now. Stop. Oh, X while in air to kick off a nearby enemy, increasing jump height and duration. That's intriguing. I'm curious. Let's see if a magic spell. R2, just hold it. Swift recovery. Oh, this is very important. We definitely want that. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Well, that gives us at least a little bit more to work with whenever we take damage. Where's Titan? Are they still fighting around? Doesn't really look like it.